Yeah! YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. Hope everybody's having a good week. Nice little start to a week, Tuesday morning. Well, by the time this comes out, it'll be Tuesday afternoon, but nonetheless, hope you're having a great week. Hope you got your push-ups in. I hope you got your push-ups in. If you're not going to the gym right now, I mean, if you don't go to the gym, it is what it is, It don't make me no never mind, but I like to be responsible with my platform and encourage people to get in shape, eat right. Even if you're not going to the gym, go for a walk around the block, go to the park. I know it's snow on the ground if you're on the East Coast, but if you're on the West Coast, you ain't really got much of an excuse for real, for real, for real. But yo, it is what it is. Today, I want to talk about another failure on WWE's part. And this is why I'm very selective with my compliments when it comes to anything that WWE does that might just so happen to actually be right, when it's quicker to count the things that's not. Well, it's quicker to count the things that's right than to count the things that's wrong when it comes to the WWE. I know that. You know that. Shit, even WWE knows it, and the people that works for the company knows it, but they can't really talk about it. But guess what? I can. And we got another travesty on our hands when we're hearing reports that the Street Profits are going to be on the next couple of NXTs. So, you mean to tell me the WWE, Raw and SmackDown both have weak-ass tag divisions, and you mean to tell me your most put-together tag team that's not the Usos or the New Day, you demote them to NXT? The fuck they gonna do down there? They already won the NXT tag titles down there. Unless we're doing a situation where the Street Profits go after the NXT championship or something like that, and they both pursue singles careers and start at NXT, I don't want to see this. And at the end of the day, we've talked about this all the time. Everybody's been ready for Montez Ford to go on his solo run. We felt like we was going to get it in 2022 after the Elimination Chamber, but it didn't happen. They saying that Montez Ford didn't want to leave Angelo Dawkins behind, but I mean, at this point, Angelo Dawkins is good enough to be on his own as well. Maybe he could go back to NXT and be a single star on NXT, and then once his stock is up, he goes to Raw or SmackDown. But everybody already wanted Montez Ford to be on his own. And my thing is, if you're not going to put the titles on them, split them. Split them. We already seen a situation like this for the last couple of years. And see, all you hear is the WWE sirens trying to stop me from getting my shit off right now. But you know what? They could go fuck themselves. Because I'm going to talk about this right here. I have a lot to say about this because the truth is, why would you do that when you already lost DIY as a tag team? Tommaso Ciampa's not coming back. He's out to WWE. And not only that, they sent the Motor City Machine Guns to AAA, which would be fire. And to be honest, if the WWE sent the Street Profits to AAA, I wouldn't even be mad, because at least they're doing something and they're getting experience outside of just the WWE status quo. They're actually wrestling in front of the Mexican audience, the luchadors and stuff like that. Maybe they can learn a thing or two. But I'm gonna be real, bro. Stuff like this makes me sick. And this is one of the cases where if people was to rally around the Street Profits and say they should go to AEW, I wouldn't even be mad. Because just because certain people that was champions, most of the time they get some sort of like, not depushed, but they just not being used in a prominent role, but they've been being used in a prominent role, and people consider that being buried. No, they didn't get buried. They're just not being used right now because everybody should have an opportunity to showcase themselves. But in the Street Profits situation, I wouldn't even be mad if they went to AEW when their contracts was over, because look at the semantics here. They went 4 years without being tag team champions in the WWE, Raw, or SmackDown, when the WWE for the last couple years didn't really care much about their tag team division outside of the Usos or outside of the Judgment Day, and barely with the Judgment Day because they wasn't even having them defend the championships. And then we think we're about to get a solo Montez Ford. Tremendous performance, showed that he can go on his dolly in that Elimination Chamber match with 5 other participants that was good as well. But we didn't get that. They just went back to being a tag team, and they didn't do anything else therefore after, up until recently when they won the tag team championships. They didn't even let them beat the Usos. They didn't let them beat the Usos. They had a couple good matches with the Usos, and it got to a point where it's like, yo, y'all gonna give them the titles or what? And then more recent, after SummerSlam, I think it was Clash of Champions, the Street Profits faced the Wyatt Six for the tag team championships, and they was displaying kinks in the armor when it came to the Street Profits and whether or not they was even still cool. They was teasing the betrayal. They was teasing the split. And then they just was off TV for 4 months. You serious, man? You serious? This right here is a kick in the face to Angelo Dawkins. This is a kick in the face to Montez Ford. And this is especially a kick in the face to Bianca Belair. Because all they're doing is showing that if Bianca Belair didn't have the stock that she had, they would probably be trying to do Montez Ford every which way. Which is fucked up. Because I've been on record to say that if you swap Jey Uso and Montez Ford in those positions, Montez Ford would have done a better job than Jey Uso. And that's facts. Because Jey Uso, shout out to him, and shout out to him, getting himself over via the Bloodline story. But Montez Ford is better than him. Angelo Dawkins is better than him. But that's neither here nor there. It's disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. And I'm at a point. I'm at my wit's end. And in my last video, I was even saying, because I was talking about how SmackDown was better than Raw, I was even saying, yo, where the hell is the Street Profits at? Why are the Street Profits not getting any TV time? They just sitting them down to keep them fresh. It's like, why? They was fresh already. They was supposed to be fresh off of a title loss and betraying each other, and we didn't even get that. They've just been off TV. And it's super messed up because Montez Ford has been doing his own little promos and his little vignettes on Instagram and stuff like that, teasing the turn and doing things that was therefore better than what the WWE probably had for them. Because if WWE was in charge, it'd probably be put together with duct tape. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, this makes me feel really uneasy, and it kind of hurts. Because truthfully, they should have split a long time ago, and they should have been on their singles paths. Montez Ford should probably already be in the World Championship picture. Angelo Dawkins should be going for the United States Championship, or if not already the United States or Intercontinental Champion. Nasty work. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, y'all. I'm disgusted. I'm out. Peace.